Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda
Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Daita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय।
Jai
श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय।
Jai
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai
समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।
Jai
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा
Hare
कृष्णा कृष्णा
Krishna
कृष्णा
Krishna
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare
राम
Rama
राम राम
Rama Rama
हरे हरे।
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 3, Lord Chaitanya stay in Advaita Acharya's home. And yesterday we, what did we read yesterday? So yes, Sachimata arrives. Yes, that's what we read yesterday. Sachimata came, was brought by Chandrasekhar Acharya along with many devotees. And then how did Mahaprabhu respond? Right, when he saw Sachimata, what did he do first? As he came in front of Sachimata and he fell flat in Dandavat obeisances. And uh, and when Sachimata saw him, she started weeping, crying, and she picked him up in her lap. And then, uh, yeah, when they saw each other, both of them were overwhelmed with love. Mahaprabhu, when he saw his mother, he was overwhelmed with love, and his mother was overwhelmed because, yeah, she was seeing her son, but she was also experiencing great agitation because now Nimai's hair was not there. His beautiful hair was absent. So, seeing this, she became very much agitated. She couldn't bear to see that. Then, out of great affection, she was caressing the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sometimes kissing his face, right? Like this. And she was also trying to look at him carefully, her beautiful son. But her eyes were filled with tears, so she couldn't see. Though she was trying to look, she was not able to see anything because her eyes were filled with tears. And she said that now she understood, seeing that his head is shaved, he's in saffron robes, he has accepted sannyas. So she said, "My darling Nimai, please don't be cruel to me like your elder brother Vishwarup." That means Mahaprabhu's elder brother Vishwarup also took sannyas at a very young age, and it left her and her husband with such a vacuum in their heart that her husband, Sri Jagannath Mishra, couldn't even retain his life. He left his body. So now you're doing the same thing. That's the idea. So you don't be so cruel. That means after taking sannyas, she never saw him. So that means I'm not going to see you also again. If this happens, then I'm going to die. Your acceptance of sannyas, which means you will never see me again or I will never see you again, that means death to me. I'm not going to survive. So by hearing this, his Mahaprabhu said, uh, he said, my body is yours. You nourished this body. It's not mine. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to you. You gave birth to this body and you fed it and you nourished it with your love. You made it what it is today. So it's not mine, it's yours. Somehow, knowingly or unknowingly, I took sannyas. Hmm? That means I don't know what came over me. I just took sannyas without, considering that this is actually your body. So you raised this body, you gave birth to this body, and for that I owe you a debt which I cannot repay in 10 million births. That means if I repaid you in every lifetime, all my life I'm working for you. Like if I'm working like a slave every day, all my life, like this, if I do for 10 million lifetimes, births, still I wouldn't be able to repay the debt I owe you for what you did for me as a mother. So this is yours. So now whatever you say, I will do. Wherever you ask me to stay, I will stay there. And whatever you order me to do, that's what I will do. And then by saying this, he was falling again and again in front of her, crying. Mahaprabhu is also crying. He's also crying. And he's falling again and again in Dandavat obeisances in front of Sachimata. And Sachimata, seeing this, was picking him up in her lap. Right? She took him again and again on her lap, and he would again and again fall down on the ground in Dandavat obeisances. So now we'll continue from there. The next verse. So this was the exchange of love between Sachimata and Nimai. I mean, now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. तबे आइलोया आचार्य गेला अभ्यंतर भक्त गण मिलिते प्रभु होइला सत्वर abhyantara. Normally we say abhyantara means objection, right? It's a break. But anyway, abhyantara, antara means inside. So abhyantara means it is said inside the house. Tabe ailoya acharya gela abhyantara. So taking Sachimata, Acharya, Advaita Acharya went inside the house. Bhakta Gana Milite Prabhu Hoila Satvara. Then the Lord was meeting with the devotees immediately after that. Then Advaita Acharya took Mother Sachi within the house. The Lord was immediately ready to meet all the devotees. Yes. So that that exchange, that episode is now over, right? A very, very emotional exchange between Sachimata and Nimai. And then the last thing that happened was Mahaprabhu said, I'll stay wherever you want me to stay. Yes? And then he was crying and offering obeisances, and she's picking up and embracing. Then Advaita Acharya comes and takes Sachimata and takes her inside the house. And now Mahaprabhu is all ready to meet with all the devotees, right? That is, so now the next, he's now ready to meet with all the devotees. Immediately, he's ready. Eke Milila Prabhu. So all the devotees means with Sachimata, so many devotees came from Navadvip, isn't it? Eke Milila Prabhu, Sabha Bhakta Gana. one by one, the Lord was meeting with each devotee. Like this, he met with all the devotees. Eke eke milila Prabhu Sabha Bhakta Gana Sabara Mukha Dekhi Kore Dridha Alingana. By seeing each person's face, tightly he embraced each devotee with great affection. Eke eke milila Prabhu Sabha Bhakta Gana Sabara Mukha Dekhi Kore Dridha Alingana. The Lord met all the devotees one after the other and looking at everyone's face individually. He's actually looking at each person's face individually and he's tightly embracing them. He embraced them tightly. So personal. Vaishnava dealings are so personal. Mahaprabhu's dealing, and then in the same um, footsteps, Mahaprabhu's devotees are very, very personal. Kesha na dekhiya bhakta yadyapi paya dukha. Now, for the first time, the devotees of Navadvip are seeing Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi. The last they saw him was, with his beautiful hair. Now, all of a sudden, they're seeing him without hair. So they were also shocked, right? It was very painful to see the Lord without hair. Keshana dekhiya bhakta yadyapi paya dukha. Even though they were very, very, it was very, very painful for them to see Mahaprabhu without hair. Saundarya dekhite tabu paya mahasukha. But still, it was another type of beauty. Yes, with hair, oh, of course, extremely beautiful. But without hair, now his golden body effulgence is exposed even more. That's a different type of beauty. So at first they were seeing that the Lord is without hair, they were feeling great pain. But then seeing the beauty of this form, they were getting great bliss also. But it's a different form, it's a different appearance, and it was very, very blissful. So even though they felt great pain that the Lord didn't have his hair, but at the same time seeing the beauty of the Lord with shaven head, they got great bliss. They experienced great bliss. Kesha na dekhiya bhakta yadyapi paya dukha saundarya dekhite tabu paya mahasukha. Although the devotees were unhappy at not seeing the Lord's hair, they nonetheless derived great happiness from seeing his beauty. श्रीवास रामायी विद्यानिधि गदाधर गंगादास वक्रेश्वर मुरारी शुक्लंबर बुद्धिमंत खान नंदन श्रीधर विजय वासुदेव दामोदर मुकुंद संजय कोतो नाम लोइबो जतो नवद्वीपवासी सबारे मिलिला प्रभु कृपा दृष्टि हासी. So these are all not all, but these are the names of some of the devotees. Shrivas, Ramai, Vidyanidhi, Gadadhar, Gangadas, Vakreshwar, Murari, Shuklambar, Buddhimanta Khan, Nandana, Sridhar, Vijaya, Vasudev, Damodar, Mukunda, Sanjaya, and all the others. So this is just token names. And there are many other devotees. Each one of the devotee Mahaprabhu met personally and tightly embraced them. However many I can mention, says Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. This is just what I'm able to mention, but there are so many. Indeed, all the inhabitants of Navadvip arrived there, and the Lord met them with smiles and glances of mercy. Of course, according to intimacy. Those who were very, very intimate, he went and embraced. Others, he would smile at, or he would just glance at them with mercy, like that. But he greeted every person that came. आनंदे नाचये सबे बोली हरि हरि आचार्य मंदिरा होइला श्री वैकुंठपुरी. Anande nachaye sabe boli hari hari. Everyone started to dance in great happiness. This is, dancing is just a natural expression of joy. When you are extremely happy, you just begin to dance. So children are very, very, they are innocent, right? Guileless. So naturally, little children you will see, when they're very happy, what do? They just start dancing, isn't it? They start moving their hands and legs. This is a sign. So when you're dancing, when you're very, very joyful, you start dancing. So when Mahaprabhu reciprocated. First of all, they saw Mahaprabhu after this break, and after seeing him, the reciprocation that they received from Mahaprabhu, they were so joyful. They just started dancing, Hari, Hari, Hari. They're saying Hari, Hari, and they just started dancing. It's not like there was a kirtan going on all of a sudden, musical instruments. Even if it did, it started after this, right? They were so happy, right? They started dancing, saying Hari Hari, Acharya, Anande Nachaye Sabe, Boli Hari Hari, Acharya Mandira Hoila, Sri Vaikuntha Puri. So, what happens in Vaikuntha, in Brahma Samhita Virya? Every word is a song. And what song is that? Everyone is glorifying the Supreme Lord, isn't it? And every movement every walk is a dance. Every movement is a dance. Every word is a song. That is Vaikuntha. That is the spiritual world. That is Goloka. So this Advaita Acharya's home became Vaikuntha. Because everyone is dancing and singing. Everyone is saying Hari, 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 dancing and they're singing. So Advaita Acharya's home became Vaikuntha Puri. आनंदे नाचये सबे बोली हरि हरि आचार्य मंदिर होइलो Sri Vaikuntapuri. Everyone was chanting the holy names of Hari and dancing. In this way, the domicile of Advaita Acharya was converted into Sri Vaikuntapuri. जत लोक आइला महाप्रभु के देखिते नाना ग्राम होय. Lok means people, right? जत लोक आइलो महाप्रभु के देखिते, as many people came to see Mahaprabhu, nana grama hoite ara navadvipa hoite. Nana grama hoite, not just from Navadvip, but even other nearby villages. They came. So people came to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from various other villages nearby as well as Navadvip. Jata loka ailo Mahaprabhu ke dekhe. All the people that came to see Mahaprabhu, they were either from Navadvip or from villages nearby Navadvip. They all came either from Navadvip or from other villages near Navadvip. Nana grama hoite ara Navadvipa hoite. Yeah, either they are from Navadvip or from other villages. Okay, so last verse and I'll end. सभाकारे वासा दिलो भक्ष्य अन्नपान बहुदिन आचार्य गोसाई कोइला समाधान. Sabakare vasa dilo. He gave residence to everyone. So many people came. Advaita Acharya, right? He gave accommodation to everyone. Sabakare vasa dilo. Bhaksha, Annapan. He gave them prasadam to eat. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and accommodation to stay. Facilities to take bath and sleep. Everything was given. Everyone. So many people came. Sabakare vasa dilo. Bhaksha, Annapan. Bahudina Acharya Gosai Koila Samadhan. So this arrangement was not made just for once. Now when we have a home program, right, when Maharaj comes, then one that for those 2-3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever, you have to make sure that there's enough room for everyone to sit. Maybe there's a restroom for them to use, and then arrange for prasadam. That itself is such a big project, isn't it? If you're hosting a program, you have to plan for it ahead of time, get everything, cook, clean, accommodate, and be presentable, and also be ready to attend to the guests. Advaita Acharya was hosting all these people who came, practically all of Navadvip, and not just Navadvip, all nearby villages, and what to speak of Shantipur. Everybody came, and Advaita Acharya provided accommodations for all of them, because this was not a one-day festival, for 10 days. And every single day he did the same thing, no change. Same standard of prasadam, of kirtan, continuous engagement for 10 days. This is Srila Advaita Acharya. To everyone who came to see the Lord from villages nearby, especially from Navadvip, Advaita Acharya gave residential quarters as well as all kinds of eatables for many days. Indeed, he properly adjusted everything. So with that, we will stop. We will continue tomorrow. Thank you all, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.